Hi, I'm Mike with House on the Mend, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the PROHEAR EM37 Bluetooth hearing protection headphones. So let's get started.
House on the Mend.
So for years I've been using these IsoTunes Bluetooth earplugs, and I found myself having to put over the top of them another set of earmuffs, these old ones here that had actual AM FM radio on them, so from a long time ago. In fact, that was back in the day when you could put a headphone jack into them and plug it into the headphone jack of an iPhone, which doesn't even exist anymore. So it took that for me to be able to work around chop saws and table saws and louder things like my air compressor and all that. So when PROHEAR reached out to me and offered to send me these for review, I jumped at the chance, and I'm really glad I did. Now, full disclosure, I am neither paid nor sponsored by PROHEAR, but they did send me this one pair right here for free for my independent review. So let's unbox them. Let's go through all the features. I'll show you how to charge them, and then we'll test them during doing real world chores around the house and out in the yard. Oh, nice bag. All right, the headphones come in this nice kind of vinyl or pleather bag. Very nice. Most things come in like a very thin bag, but this one is quite thick. It's nice. Very standard earmuffs is what they look like. Super thick padding, and then you can see here, this is how you adjust them. They'll have to go all the way out for my huge head. Nice big thick cups, so that will protect you from quite a bit of noise. These wires here are sending these electronics up over the headphone and down to the other one so that you get stereo sound. Over here I see an auxiliary port, so if for some reason you still had a device like a iPod or something that you wanted to plug in, maybe a radio of some sort that you wanted to plug in, you could do that with these little stereo jacks. I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be going wireless. This is the USB to USB-C plug right here. So that's good. Right here is the USB-C port. That's where we will charge it, and I'll see how long that takes in a minute. All right, I see the power button here. I see a left and a right arrow, and then an M. I'll read the manual. We'll figure out what all that is about. So having read the manual, let's go over these buttons. So holding down the power button for 2 seconds turns it on, vice versa turns it off. Left and right arrows here are only for volume, which is cool, so you don't inadvertently bump it twice and cause your next track to skip or anything like that. This is left arrow is volume down, right arrow volume up. The M key is the multi-function key. This one does a ton. So if you take a look over here, you can long press it for 10 seconds to unpair it from your phone and repair it to another device. A simple press, one single press, will pause or play your song, podcast, video, whatever. A double press, so click, click, will go to the next track. A triple press, 1, 2, 3, goes to the previous track. Now listen to this when you press it down all the way. So you got to get deep in there to get past this squishy button to the circuit board in there. All right, when a phone call comes in, a single press will answer the call. A long press for 2 seconds will decline the call. And if you take the call, a long press for 2 seconds will end the call. If you want to switch to call on hold, so that's a lot, then you would double press and you can switch or put the call on hold. And then mute or unmute is a single press. So not the long presses, but just a single press will mute the microphone button right here. Next, let's talk about the battery. So when the battery falls below 20%, you will get the voice telling you low battery in your ear. That is the exact same user interface as my ISO tunes. Speaking of the battery, I have a USB-C cable right here in handy. Let's plug it in and start our stopwatch. As you see here, the moment you plug the cable in, the red light tells you the battery is charging. It will turn green once it is fully charged. Let's let this charge. We'll figure out how long it takes out of the box, and once it's fully charged, I'll show you how to pair it to your phone. So at 50 minutes, the light went out. It didn't turn green, so we are fully charged. And that's quite a bit of time when you consider this battery inside here is 1500 milliamp hours. Now, for reference, your cell phone is about 4500. 1500 is about one mediocre range quality disposable alkaline battery. So nonetheless, these headphones I weighed, they are 12 ounces and they're about the same weight as these other ones that I've had that had a radio installed in them. Let's get to pairing them. So the first thing we want to do is turn the power on. The blue light comes on saying we are looking for a Bluetooth. And it's talking in there. I'll let you hear what it's going to say here in a minute. Let's go to Bluetooth. And if we go all the way down, we should find the model number EM037. Well, it's been about 30 seconds. The light is blinking blue, and finally EM037, the same as the model number, has come up. Let me let you hear with my microphone what it sounds like when we pair.
Bluetooth connected.
And there we go. So the day I filmed the unboxing and charging, it was actually snowing. So the next day, my daughter's car was all dirty from the wind and the melting snow. So I took it to the car wash and I took the headphones with me. I used their air hose to blow out the mirrors and the door handles to get that water from dripping. Then I vacuumed the floor mats. A few days later, it was time to vacuum the house and the stairs leading down to the basement. Then I used them while mowing the lawn, both behind my walking lawnmower and my riding lawnmower. And I wasn't just listening to music, which your brain can fill in the melody, but I was actually listening to talking podcasts so that I could really test whether or not the sound was being blocked out. A few days later, I used them while running the air compressor to blow off dusty backpacks. Now let's go through the pros and cons. First, the pros. The headset pairs quickly with my iPhone, just seamlessly every single time, never had an issue there. There is plenty of volume range so that you can always add a little bit more if you need to. They are way better at sound deadening than my ISO tunes were. And the battery life is just fantastic on these. In fact, it was almost a month ago when I first charged these and they are still running off that original charge. So for a relatively small milliamp hour battery, they really last a long time. Next, the cons, and there are a few. First of all, the headset, as you can see in this picture here, came very tight. They are ridiculously tight like this. So that's great if you are at a Super Bowl game with your children and you want to put them over their ears, but for a full-size adult, this gave me a headache. So what I did was took them and I started stretching them out at the headband like this. And you can feel the wire in there, but it really wants to stay put. Nonetheless, after doing that for a bit, you can see now when they rest, they have several inches between them. So I would recommend doing that if you are a full-size adult with a head like mine. And the only other thing was the buttons are not intuitive at all. There's the clearly marked power button, that's great, but then you have the arrows going left and right and an M button. And I found myself forgetting completely what we went through in the video on how to use them and just having to skip to the next track and raise and lower the volume with my cell phone. So if you really want to learn these buttons, I suggest you keep the instructions in your pocket because they just don't make sense after a week or so from reading them. So, if you found this video helpful, will you please give it a thumbs up? It's really helpful to the channel. Also, please consider subscribing. I work really hard to put out very efficient tool reviews and home improvement products that go along with those tool reviews. And we have another project coming up in the basement where I'm going to be building some cabinets, and you'll be seeing me use these more. These are now my go-to. I want to thank ProHear for sending these to me without any preconceived agreement on how long it was going to take me to test them. Some companies get a little nervous and want you to hurry up and make content within a week, which I don't think is a fair test. And also they didn't want to see the video or anything like that ahead of time. I have had other offers for products where they want some sort of editing and suggestions and things like that once the video is complete, and I refuse all those videos. So it takes a lot of courage to just send out a product, especially when there's a lot of competitors that are much more widely known, and I respect them for that. Now I'm going to leave a link to the ProHear headset that I reviewed in the description below. So you click on the title. Nowadays there used to be a more button, and that will open up some more information, and you click on the description and they'll be in there. If they're available, I will also link them to YouTube's product linking as well. That might make it easier for them, as well as I will put their website on the description below. And until next time, thank you for watching.